Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Nearby Nation, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech Reboot, and this is going to be a weird episode, actually the first episode of a new type of episode, so stay tuned. So here is what I've done off screen. I have built this whole thing right here. This is our first Zycraft tank, and I'm fixing to build the second Zycraft tank, so we will be right back with that second Zycraft tank. I just wanted to go ahead and show you that I've been making progress, and we'll be right back, guys. So I'm fixing to go back to my house because I ran out of cobble, but you know, we have a huge supply of cobble, so this is where I'm at right now. I just want to actually update you guys. It's not been that long. It's been about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but hey, it's not boring stuff for you guys, so we'll be right back after that's finished. See you guys in about 2 seconds. Okay, so I found out something unique. I was trying to use one ender tank in the other world, in the lava world, and then use 2 of them. Whoa, creeper, back off. This is not how we play this game, okay? This is not how we play this game. I will take care of you really quickly. Okay, so my balance was I was going to use one ender tank for 2 of them. But what happens is, and I just noticed this out, this one's filling up, right? If I turn it off, and then I come over here, this one's going to be filling up. And if I turn it back on, this one's filling up, this one stopped. So apparently the way the ender tanks work is, or at least, yeah, ender tanks, is it fills up one source, then fills up the other. So hopefully when this source gets filled up, we should be good over here. I had quite a bit of problems over in the nether, but I think I got it, or not nether, in the lava world. I think I got it. Let me go ahead and show you what I've been doing. Dun 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 dun, lava world. So I think I figured this out. Only thing I can think of is maybe if I add one right there. And I need another liquid duct pipe, which I do not have on me. So I'll be back. I think I'm going to add 4 more of these in there and see how fast I can get this to fill up. So we'll be right back when I do that. Alright guys, we are back and it seems to be working. We have all 4 pumping into this ender tank. And it's not filling up because the other world is not chunk loaded. So if I go back to the other world and I go back to the tanks over here, we should be seeing an enormous amount of lava going in here, which we do. So we are definitely getting lava. The reason why we need the lava is because we're going to be building an age that we can actually go to and mine out of. So we'll be right back after I get a stable age to mine out of. And we're back, guys, and after tirelessly trying to get a biome, or should I say a Mistcraft world that is not corrupt, I finally found one. It took a while, but I found one. So this is a Savannah one. It's a single biome. It's supposed to be noon, but it's definitely not noon. But hey, I don't really care. All I really care about is the fact that, well, it's a single biome and it's not corrupt and I can mine through it like butter. That's what I wanted to do the whole time. So here is the main way back home, should I say. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and go back home. I'll show you the other worlds that I actually spawned in, worked for, trying to get, and they all had poison for some reason. And I used the same config this time. I guess it's just the luck of the draw. So here is one world that I spawned in. When I say spawned in, I made myself. And again, it's got poison. It's got a rainbow too. So yeah, I don't really like the poison part on that one. So that one can just go die. And then the next one is this one right here. I don't know if they're in order or not. This was probably the first one I did. Nice again. This is the same config, except for, again, poison. This one might actually have dense ore. I think this is, no, this is not the one with the dense ore. I'll show you the one that I had dense ore in, which totally doesn't like me. So this is the one that I had dense ore in, and I could tell it was dense ore because you know, it's fine and everything. I don't mind being blind. In fact, this is a great place to find tendrils. But look, you see this? It's nice to have ores and all that, but this is a big crater. Why? Because we have explosions, we have meteors in this world. So yeah, it's not a good world to stay safe in if you want to be safe. And I was only in this world for maybe 5 minutes, and there's already like 4 craters. So I wouldn't be surprised if there'd be like 10 or 20 more here in about a few seconds. So I definitely don't want to stay in this world because of the craters. So let's go ahead and get back to our home world. So we have the world that we want. We have the, come on blindness, go away. We have the lava source that we want. So dun 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 dun. We are pretty much on the bright side of awesomeness. See, lava's going right there, lava's going right there. So we're good, right? Oh, by the way, I had to make some more ink vials, unfortunately. And I also had to go get some more paper. This is why I decided to do this, like, you know, off screen, because it's been about an hour of me finding paper, making ink sacks. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I spent about 6 hours today in a hardcore world on a live stream, and I ended up dying to fire bats, so I haven't been too happy today after that. So that'll be up on YouTube, but yeah, I haven't been too happy about that. But anyways, so we got that. Now we just need to get the mining stuff ready in order to actually mine in the nice little awesome place called the Savannah, where we actually made our world. So we're gonna need a red power furnace and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll be right back once we get the stuff to make the miner that we want to make. Actually, guys, you know what I just realized? We do not have any power to power this stuff because we need tesseracts and redstone energy cells. So we're going to be working on those instead. Before we can actually do that, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So we need some hardened glass, some electrum, and some diamonds. Hardened glass is just made from obsidian, which, I don't know if you guys know this, but they seem to have nerfed 2 recipes with the stone, the nice little stone. First of all, you cannot make obsidian the old-fashioned way. Unfortunately, I don't know why you can't, but you can't make obsidian the old-fashioned way, and you can't make what is it? Not ender pearls. Is it? Yeah, I think it is ender pearls. The old-fashioned way with the iron. So I don't know why they did that. Maybe just because it just seemed too easy to get to those materials. So yeah. I think it's the ender pearls. I'm pretty sure it's the ender pearls. There's one of the recipes that I was messing with earlier today that they nerfed. It's not nerfed in the ultimate pack, but it is nerfed in this pack. So, okay, the ender pearls is not nerfed. Obsidian gives you wood. I thought it gave you wood. It's supposed to give you wood. Okay, it might not be nerfed. It just might not work exactly. Because if I look right here, recipes to use it in, and switch that over. You can use 2 pieces of wood to get obsidian. Okay, so I don't know if it's nerfed or not working. I know the invisibility glitch right here, but I don't know. It might be nerfed. Because I'm clicking it as hard as I can and nothing is coming out of that. Unless my minimum stone needs to, I need a new minimum stone. Maybe it takes more recipes now, or more durability now in order to make it. So I don't know. But we'll be back after we get the obsidian, which I'm just going to basically throw some lava down, unless we have a magma crucible, do we? Okay, we're going to have to make a magma crucible in order to do that, to get obsidian. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I was totally wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. It's an igneous extruder that I need. I did go ahead and make, unfortunately, this thing, which is a magma crucible, and what it does is it melts down stuff. I can't believe I didn't even think of that, right? Okay, so now we have a magma crucible. We'll need it for later anyways for the redstone energy cells, so hey, what can I say? Alright, so now let's go ahead and I'm going to work on the igneous extruder. I'm just taking it one step at a time, so getting the resources, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and I finally got everything piped up. What happened is this down here, since this tank is, wow, this tank's going to be used up fast. We're going to have to replenish this tank with wires from the big tank, but anyways, or liquid ducts from the big tank. But anyways, what we're doing right now is we're making obsidian with that. It takes 4,000, actually it takes like 5,000, 500, my bad, 500 megabilliliters, whatever that is, of lava to make 1 obsidian. And as you can see down here, it's actually going to empty out pretty fast. But what's happening here is I had to go from the bottom of the tank because the tanks kind of work like in real life tank situation. If you're trying to pump out of the top, it's not going to work because water can't flow upwards by itself because of gravity. So I had to pump out of the bottom, which means I had to rewire all of these machines over here and all that up, which is rewired now. I have this right here, which is just going to be used to switch around whenever I want and go either way on either side, except for, why is it not going to this side? My bad. Why is it only going to 3 sides? You make no sense. You're supposed to go to the other side. Does this not need power? This must not need power, that's why. I'm sorry, the igneous extruder does not need power. So, it's going to make obsidian as much as I want, which is cool because for some reason the recipe is not working, so we have an easy way to get obsidian. Ender pearls, I have no clue. Easy way to get that, but So that's working. Now we do need to run the pipe, the liqueduct pipes, which we need to get more of these things. More of these babies, which is just copper and hardened glass. Hardened glass we get with obsidian, which is why we're getting obsidian and lead. So let's pulverize some obsidian and get that going. Also, guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about this skipping around thing. So I'm not running around with my head cut off. I'm learning stuff on the backside and then showing you guys what I've done and how to do it. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And, well, we'll be right back after this gets done so we make some hardened glass and get that stuff up. Alright, so we have the liqueducts, and what I'm going to do is we're going to mess around with this tank a little bit. First off, I'm going to take this right here off, this valve. So when I take this valve off, don't worry, guys. I know you're wondering, why did all the liquid go away? It's going to do that until I replace the valve somewhere or close this off, which I'm going to close it off right now with a piece of glass. And I'm just going to go down to the back bottom side so we make sure that this lava stays running. Actually, never mind. Let's go ahead and put the valve on there, because once I put the valve on there, it's going to do the same thing. So the valve that I'm going to put on there is just going to be to the side of the top. Not all the way to the top, but to the side of the top. So basically, we're going to go this way a little bit. Let me take my fly off. We're going to go this way a little bit. And then we're going to just go up. So there's the top right there, I do believe. So right there is where we want this. We're just going to put the valve right there and turn it back on. And as you can see, the lava stays in there, but we're losing lava by a lot. So the reason what we want to do is come over here to our nice little Zycraft tanks that we have built up over here that we're getting lava in. Hopefully we're going the right way. It looks like we're going the right way. And we're just going to dig down to the valve that's down here. And all the way over here. Because these are the valves that we're going to be using to fill everything up. So, I have 60 right there. We're just going to go ahead and wire this all the way around. And this stuff will be covered up, so you won't be able to see it. Alright, we need to fly again. Oops. Oopsie, that's not good. Let's go ahead and remove that one right there. And we're just going to fly up and put the stuff right up where we were at. And just run this cable all the way back. Cable, liqueduct pipe, whatever you want to call it. Just run it all the way back. I hate the flying thing. I really need to turn off stability flying or whatever it is. That's one thing that gets on my nerves the most with this mod pack. But we just want to run it up to that valve that we have up there. So we'll just bring that down. That way it fills up. And we need to go back out there and we need to put something on that real quick. Let's come back down here. For this to work, it needs to be on output mode, and it also needs to have a lever on it, which you can put the lever directly on the Zycraft tank, so that's really cool. So we're just gonna throw the lever down, throw that on, and that should work now, and we should see that this tank right here should be filling up. And it's filling up more than it's letting go. And how much are we getting right here? We have 64 already. That's awesome. That's an amazing amount of obsidian that I don't have to work for. I don't have to have wood for or anything like that. If you want to know how that's working, by the way, basically there's an igneous extractor, or I'm sorry, an aqueous accumulator on the bottom that is going to the igneous extractor and filling it up with water. All you need for that is just water around it. The igneous extruder does not need power, so all you need is lava going into it. So everything's working fine that way, and we're getting as much obsidian that we will ever want or need. So the next thing would be a redstone power cell in order to power everything up, since we have the lava going in there, and we should have a good amount of lava staying in this tank. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, we're gaining lava, we're not losing lava, so that's good. Oh, this one's finally gaining too. Okay, so interesting. For some reason, now they're both gaining. So I don't know what's up with that. There's got to be some kind of wonky thing happening when it comes down to ender tanks. But hey, they're both gaining, so I'm really happy about that. So we're going to have basically a huge amount of lava that we won't ever have to mess with. So now we're going to be getting down to redstone power cells to power the whole place up and not have to worry about these things right here. I'll power all these machines up with redstone power cells, and these things won't ever have a problem with me having to hit them with a wrench again because they won't be used to power any of these machines. So we'll be right back once we get that done. Actually, guys, I just realized this episode is getting a bit long, plus we're going to need redstone, so I'm going to leave my turtles going, and we will do that in the next episode. Remember to give me a comment back to see what you guys think about this jumping around type stuff. It's the first time I've ever done jump cuts besides mocking Lee, so let me know. We'll see you guys next time.